I created this drawing in Photoshop um, to illustrate the information that's important in the site plan and how it can be used to create a scale drawing outline of the site. So what you need is a drawing is a scale vector based line drawing, either in AutoCAD or you could work in SketchUp if you like. Um, you can work in Revit architecture. What's important is that somehow or other you're able to generate a scale drawing that fits on a sheet of paper of a known size, so that you can uh, draw on it with a piece of trace and take an architectural scale to it and actually measure what you're doing, record and measure what you're doing. So with a view towards that, I'm using SketchUp now. I annotated this drawing, basically just opened up um, the PDF of the site in SketchUp and then highlighted the important parts of it, the boundaries of this site. So it's some type of trapezoid, right? Looks like it's got three square sides and a diagonal along Geneva Avenue. So I'm going to take this image. That's my Photoshop drawing. I'm going to move it off the screen. A little confusing to see what you're doing. I'm in SketchUp, and now I am going to take that drawing. But that's not it. Let me save it. The Geneva Avenue drawing. That's what I want to say. Okay. So I'm going to take that drawing and import it into SketchUp. If this is puzzling to you or otherwise bewildering, uh, you need to take this video or some other video lesson of importing a drawing or an image into SketchUp and scaling it so that you can draw on it. If any of this stuff is puzzling to you, it should prompt you to learn it because it's critical to your ability to find work in this field if you're going to work in the field of architecture. Okay, so we have a scale drawing. I'm going to remove that citizen. We don't need that. I'm going to change my camera to parallel. When you're doing things that you're trying to measure, it's not really useful to work in perspective. Right? So now what I have in SketchUp as an image, let's go to a top view. Do I have views here? Window. I'm not entirely familiar with SketchUp on the Mac, so I'm a little disoriented. Okay, let's just whatever. We have an image. View, Tools, oh, let's ignore that for now. And basically, I'm going to draw a line somewhere in this drawing. Now, you'd be smart to pick the longest possible dimension. So I'm drawing from here to there. You can do a better job of this if you don't have all the clutter that I did on this drawing. But there's my line. Okay? That line is of length. You can see in the bottom right is 6 feet 4 and 5/16 of an inch. It's supposed to be 145.82 feet. Okay. First thing to do is explode this guy. And that becomes a group. Then you double click it. If we can tell if I'm inside it or not. Then you want to take that line and use the tape measure tool. These new icons are SketchUp are a little confusing. The tape measure tool. There's a line that I draw. 6 feet 6. And then you want to type in the value that it's supposed to be at 145.82 feet. Okay. Hang in there. We exploded this. Oh, sorry about that. We exploded this. Now we have to make this a group. Edit, make group. Okay. Now we can take our tape measure and measure the line that we drew. This is only about 6 feet long. Now we type in 145.82 feet. Got to be explicit. Look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, a little metric window there. Then you get asked, do you want to resize the active group? That's exactly what we want to do. We want to scale the object, right? That line stays the size that it is, but now our picture is the correct size. So if I take and drew a line on this photograph, you'll see that it's about 145 feet and change. Right? If I go in that direction, that's about 60, whatever, 60, almost 61 feet. Okay, that's it. It's as simple as that. The next steps are drawing on top of this, and otherwise, sort of looking at your plan view. With preference is to create some output at some scale, like an 1/8 inch scale or 16th inch, scale, so you have some pages that you could start to sketch on to start to create your schematic design for the building. We can do this in class, but I've found it useful to have these recordings in advance so that you can play them back and follow along with them. Good luck.